see me so long. Welcome to the Tempest Universe. Manny, today's special, Robin with fried rice.
China.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
It's China to me, China.
Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside.
China.
This isn't a Tempest universe, man. Hold on to your ass. You're in for a hell of a ride.
Welcome to the Tempest Universe. This is episode I don't even know. I've lost count. I don't even know how many episodes we got. With me is Green Man, and below is the Nerm. Yes. There he is. He's in the dark, though. What's going on in the dark?
Technical sabotage could not hold him back.
Wait. I think he's talking, but there's no audio.
I haven't seen anything yet.
Oh, okay. Just kept on seeing your head move.
Double audio. Just what do we do?
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
All right, well, he's fixing that. I do have an announcement to make. Officially, this will be the last episode that's going up on audio on the podcast world because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of having to pay people just to have content for them to run commercials. And, as a content creator, you don't get shit. Nothing. So, after, since UFO Buster Radio, we're talking about, 8-9 years, I don't know. The audio is going. Sadly enough, they're kind of holding the account hostage because I'm going to have to pay them for another month or I lose all the old UFO Buster Radio audio. So there you go. So I got to get that out the way. But in any case, we will still be here as much as we can on YouTube. And, they run their own commercials too, I guess. I don't know. But at least you know what you're getting with YouTube. So it is what it is. I am in...
Skipping 5 seconds.
Exactly.
Or 6 or 7.
I am trying to get Preston Dennett on here, and there's another lady that's going to come on here to talk about Bigfoot. So I actually just sent off a email to Preston Dennett to get him scheduled, so we'll see. Other than that, we're going to jump right into the conversation at this point because we got another announcement that was made on Friday, and that is that Starship finally got the go-ahead to scare the shit out of everybody in South Texas on Monday.
Fun.
That's going to be wild.
Fun.
It's going to work. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be great.
That's what we're hoping for. We, you just don't know with Starship, only because they only have one successful landing, and that almost didn't end well. There was almost a rapid disassembly for that one.
I do believe that's why they scrapped that whole landing part. They're just crashing them.
Yeah, so these are going to get dumped, basically. But it is scheduled tomorrow. I think it's between, I have it on here. Why am I even going to guess? It is tomorrow between 8 a.m. and I think 10:30 Central or 11 o'clock Eastern. And we're going to see what happens. 3 other days on the calendar they were approved for just in case stuff gets canceled, which it will because that's the way it works. That's how it happens. They always get their shit canceled for weather or whatever. And actually, I was looking at the weather here in Texas, well, in San Antonio, and there's rain from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on the forecast. So I don't know.
So pushing it on Mondays, yeah, pushing it on Mondays is important for them.
Yeah, they got to get this puppy done.
Sure.
It's going to be glorious, to be honest. So we'll see what happens.
Come on down to get your free charbroiled seagull.
Exactly, or turtles in a shell.
Yeah.
Already cooked in a shell for you. Just stick your fork in and go to town. That's all you got to do. Hilarious. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's successful. It can freaking move on already because we got to get to the moon, and they're part of that equation, apparently. And then Mars. So we'll see. So there's the news there. The biggest reason why we're having this episode, and actually early because I wanted to be awake for this, is because of this weaponized episode 12 that happened with our buddies George Knapp and good old Corey Bell. I'm telling you, I picked these guys from the beginning as being the odd couple, and they truly are the odd couple on so many levels. But I don't know if you guys have seen them lately, but they're merging together. They're finally both becoming wild and just completely uncontrolled. Especially since episode 10. That's all I'm saying. But the episode with Dr. Kelleher here was freaking nuts. I have this. As soon as I heard, I think I played this the last 40 minutes of that episode a good dozen times because I was like, I can't believe what the hell he said, and no one's really talking about it. It is so strange.
I hear that they're big on the disclosure portion of it, and they're gonna, I don't know. They're opening up about that ranch a lot. They're talking
Skinwalker?
quite a bit about. And Christmas and the doctor. I love his quotes, man. I can't talk about this, but yes.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a clip that we have that we're gonna play for everyone who hasn't seen the video yet. We're gonna play. Dre was there and then he disappeared. We're going to play that for the folks. But before we get to that, what's up to Jason William? What's up to Sightings on 18 Wheels? We know who that is. And that's old Game Vet. And anybody else that joins, welcome. And Dre out there somewhere. Who knows?
Dre, come back, Dre.
Come back. So the first clip I'm going to play. Now, there's a lot of stuff. They talk about this. It's almost 90 minutes. The entire episode. So they talk a lot about Skinwalker Ranch because Dr. Kelleher was running OSAP at the time, which was doing the whole Skinwalker Ranch investigation, and that was the government side of things, basically. So, and, they were getting info from SIDS, which was, what's that? That's Deuce Bigelow's Space Gigolo's scientific wing of the Skinwalker Ranch situation. But there were some things that... what was that?
Was it Nibs?
NIDS.
NIDS,
yeah. I think SIDS is some kind of disease. Anyway, so...
Sudden infant death syndrome or something like that. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
You could have just faked it, Green Man. You could have just said something like Coca-Cola, Indigo, something like that. I don't know. Anyway... not that I killed off most of the kids in the world.
Mellow yellow.
Yeah, mellow yellow. Yeah. Anyway, so this...
It's not my fault. It's evil.
It's the first clip that I got actually has to do... of course, we know. Corey Bell, he's just like a wild chihuahua in these interviews. But at this point, he's already asked the question once, what do we know about UFOs? The conversation has gone through Skinwalker Ranch, has gone through, the hitchhiker situation, and he's already asked the question once and kind of got ignored. So this is his second attempt, and at this time he gets an answer. So I'm gonna play the audio, and you guys tell me what you think. I feel like people should be up in arms about this. And listen, I get it. UFOs are real. There is a reality that this high-tech stuff is not from human beings. But here's a guy who was investigating it using government money. He gives you an answer and no one really cares.
Can be profound in the at various levels, ranging from the superficial to the catastrophic. And so, you have people reporting life-changing experiences after close encounters with UFOs. I mean, we interviewed quite a panoply of different people.
Like positive experiences too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, some people had, changes in their worldview. Some people had, we databased everything, which was good. We database psychological effects. People people having sort of really bizarre dreams and this kind of thing afterwards. We had physiological effects. The sort of metallic taste in the mouth was not uncommon. People having sunburn was not uncommon. Sometimes people lost hair. This guy who had been zapped by the triangle over his house in Georgia lost hair in the back area of his head. Physiological effects, pathological effects, medical injuries. So effects on people are not to be neglected. So going forward, Arrow is the new organization, and Arrow will be taking up the mantle of, I guess, where OSAP left off.
Headed right now by Sean Kirkpatrick, is that correct? Arrow, so that's the new UFO program.
Yes, and so obviously it's early days yet in order to sort of assess what's going on, because we're only looking at the unclassified reports that are coming out. But Sean Fitzpatrick or Kirkpatrick also released, or somebody released on his behalf, an 8-slide PowerPoint presentation that sort of summarizes what Arrow intent and mission statement and vision statement and what the next steps are. And I was very encouraged to see that slide number 7, there's a focus on effects on the observer, psychological effects, physiological effects. It's right out of the OSAP playbook. And so when I saw that, as opposed to when I saw the report was pretty, it was, unclassified.
Let's say lean.
It was lean on details.
It's a report on a report, right?
Right.
It's a report on a classified report.
It'll be interesting. It will be interesting, or would be interesting to view what exact.
All right, so that clip is actually when he first asked the question. This is what Dr. Kelleher gave him, which was no answer. Yeah, he basically just ran into giving the, I guess what we already saw, the government report of UAPs, the last report and the first report, which had nothing in it. It was, that middle school project that the government paid millions of dollars for. So
the injuries, I mean, geez. At first, I think he was, sharing about what a UFO, psychologically does to you. But the physical injuries, they've been happening since the 60s. There was that guy who got all fried and came in with his entire chest because something about it was almost like the crates of a heater burned onto his skin. So, and the radiation that
that was like little round dots, kind of. Yeah,
they were all over his body, and they actually investigated it as a UFO attack of all things, but it didn't go anywhere, obviously. So I mean, where do you go with this stuff, right? I mean, if the man in the triangle he was talking about, that guy actually kind of shot a light, I think, at the UFO, and then it returned that beam that did him some harm. And
he ended up with burns in the back of his neck from when he turned around to cover.
Do they know that these things hurt us, or is it intentional? Stay away.
Yeah, well,
I'm pretty sure they know.
He said a metallic taste in his mouth. That's usually a sign of radiation exposure.
Or bad cocaine. So he's suffering some issues. So anyway, but the what prompted the question really was Corbell asking, "What do you know?" And he fell back on the whole. We've got stories, we got people, we've got psychological problems, we got physical evidence.
Oh, so he even said that it's going to be in its infancy. We have to give it time.
Yeah, but he does mention the 70+ years of no answers. So this is the third attempt that Corbell makes in order to try to get an answer.
What do you know about the phenomenon, about UFOs? What can you say for sure? Maybe it's nothing, but what do we know about UFOs, and where does this go?
As I said, what we know is what we gleaned from all of the data that has been discussed. And, that the
UFOs are real.
Tell me. Yes, UFOs are technologically sophisticated They have performance characteristics that are, the five observables are sort of well documented, but they also have very profound effects on some people, or they have superficial effects on other people, but they do have effects on people. So going forward is to combine both of those, is to study UFO performance, and the hope is that out of UFO performance can come theoretical physics, which will eventually translate into engineering.
Does our government have downed UFOs from unknown origin that they've been trying and are trying to reverse engineer and exploit those technologies to understand the physics and understand that technology? Do we have that to work with?
I can't talk about that, but the answer is yes.
What the fuck?
Boom.
I can't talk about that, but yes. I mean, that we don't need any more podcasts about UFOs. We don't need no movies. It's a done deal.
A, UFOs exist. B, we're hunting them down. And C, yes.
Yes.
I mean,
We've
come
got
on.
them.
We've got them.
What in the hell is going on? I don't understand why his revelation is just falling silent on everybody. That makes no sense.
Well, obviously, it hasn't skipped over us because you're awesome for bringing this episode to bear, bro. I don't know how long it'll stay up before they yank it or something like that. But you're right, man. I mean, people need to be talking about this more.
They should.
What's going on?
And the thing is, this is the guy that was running the program. He oversaw that. I guess he was also part of ATIP to one point. And there you go, Luis Elizondo stealing shit to bring it to us. But here's a guy that was in the know, and we're overlooking him. I don't know why. And I think that's why George Knapp brought him to the episode, to Weaponized, to get this out there. Crazy.
Have they tried the smear campaign yet? Try to discredit him like they did with Bob?
I've seen nothing. And they actually talk about Bob Lazar in this episode. Yeah, I've seen nothing. I don't get it. It's weird. It's almost like the Twilight Zone, because here you got the guy that was over all this stuff. He has all the info. He knows all the shit that was happening at Skinwalker Ranch, and he's telling you the government has UFOs. And probably, I mean, you could put it all together, and pretty much that's what he's telling you. I don't really have to tell you all of this, but the answer is yes. But I don't gotta go specifics because I just told you everything you need to know.
I mean, he doesn't want to get fired or anything. Yeah. So I don't know.
Well,
maybe they have him on a short leash.
Well, the NDAs, right?
Yep.
He still has non-disclosure agreements, but he kind of fucked the pooch on that one, I think, because he just answered it.
Yeah, any chance he has or ever desires of getting any kind of top secret clearance again is fucking gone.
Yeah. Which, by the way, that was one of Luis Elizondo's concerns, losing his clearance. Well, you just fucking stole 3 videos. What are you talking about? You should lose a lot more than just your clearance.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of helped us, right? We got to see the Tic Tac, but still,
Yeah.
I don't think we should, be so harsh on guys like this, though. I really.
Well,
don't.
I mean, there's a law now that says we can't.
Well, fine. Let's change the law. That's what the laws.
No. There's a law that says we can't be so harsh anymore. If they go to Congress and say that they're going to, talk about this, be whistleblowers, they get protections. Yeah, I'm not talking about condoms or.
No, I know. Yeah, the protection is needed though, because how much longer is it going to take? It's been 70 years. Is it going to be another 70 years? Who's gonna let this thing go? Who's going to be okay with these things? I think it really does have a lot to do with the up and coming. They're going to keep having Congress do things in accordance with our demand, I suspect. We still got to be vigilant. We still got to be out there taking our videos, putting them online as best as we can, and just don't give up hope, man. Just and I don't know, just keep up the faith and keep the hardworking folks out there up. Keep them up. Keep giving these guys I hate to say it, but keep giving them your money. They need it. You know,
Yeah,
they got to pay for
exactly.
gasoline. They got to pay for the film. They got to pay for all the everything that goes into investigating UFOs. It takes a backing. It takes a community.
Yeah, and the other thing is there seriously is no lack of evidence when it comes to UFOs. But when you have someone that's an official over the investigating arm of the secret government, I guess, I don't know if it was fucking secret or not, but telling you that there was and there is crashed alien ships, because there in no way does he ever say that these are another country. That he doesn't mention Russia or China or anything else. He says pretty much they're advanced before way more than what we can do, and they've been recovered. Now, is he a crackpot? I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's a crackpot, to be honest. So we'll see. I got another clip here. They come to a point where they're talking about, again, Corbell, because he's, he gets all crazy. The funny thing is that this is right after he got the answer from Dr. Keller. And you can hear in Corbell's voice, he's taken by that yes. But then the question is, why are they coming here? And of course, Dr. Keller, being I think he's a biologist. He's got some
chemistry, I think.
Is it chemistry? Oh, I got it up here somewhere. Molecular biology.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Biochemistry.
Biochemist. Yeah, it's a combination.
You're both right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
But he asked him about humans. So about why they're coming here. And so he's got his own theories, and he's going to let that out. Now, synchronicity, I guess. I have been researching this topic for about a month now. I don't know why I feel like I need to do it. Probably because of the previous guests on the show. But higher consciousness. But every time I hear higher consciousness and consciousness, it reminds me of those guys. Who were the guys? They were Bo. What is it? Was it Beep and Bop? What the heck was it?
D and Do.
And Do.
T and Do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were looking.
They were out my neck of the woods.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And they were talking about higher consciousness being that next level, is what they called it, of human, so that can be taken on the mothership. But that's every time I hear consciousness, that's what I think about. So I don't know. Were they wrong? I don't. Maybe poisoning other people was wrong, but still.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know whose brother was part of that group?
Who's that?
Uhura from Star Trek.
Really?
Yeah, her brother was part of that fucking group.
Holy shit.
No shit.
It's like he might be on the Enterprise.
Maybe.
Probably not.
They were big Star Trek fans. Big Star Trek fans.
Big time.
They even had like little patches that said away team for their.
Oh, that's right. All the ones that were going up. Yes. Yeah. Sad state of affairs, indeed. But crazy, that connection. That's weird. All right. So this is right after the yes. And we're going to get an explanation about, not a lengthy one, but I'll talk about humans.
Why? Why would a buddy of mine, a really funny buddy of mine, I was arguing with him like, I don't get it. I said, I don't get it. Why so much contact, so many UFOs for so long? Is there a program? What are they doing? The Tic Tac UFO wasn't performing for Fravor until it noticed them. It was doing a job. So the question I have is, why so much activity? What is the UFO presence? What are they doing here?
Brings us back to where we started, that word consciousness. I think Column has some theories about that, right? It brings it full circle to where we started our conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like the old metaphor: if the tree in the forest falls and nobody is there to hear it, is the tree really falling in the forest? So the idea that UFOs are interacting with planet Earth, the sort of most likely scenario is that the reason for that is that humans are on the planet. I mean, it's unlikely that they're focusing only on, marsupials
or trees.
Trees.
So you don't think they'd be here if it wasn't for the human presence here, that
Correct.
somehow that humanity itself is the focus of the interaction between these unknowns that we call UFOs, this other intelligence that are operating these?
That's a working hypothesis. It could be that that they're not just focusing on humanity, but the astounding number of sightings, the hundreds of thousands, if not more, globally, that are personalized interactions between individuals or groups, small groups, and UFOs that have life-changing effects in some cases, and mentality changing in many cases, leads me to think that one of the agendas of the UFO phenomenon is to interact with humans, but not interact with the White House, but interact with individuals. And there's maybe a process where individuals are, affected in a positive way ultimately.
That they're changing us one person at a time?
That's a possibility. I can't think that the alternative, that these hundreds of thousands or millions of sightings that have happened in the last, just for the sake of argument, 77 years since 1945, would be sort of completely random events that are sort of passing through and just, being in the right place at the right time. I think there's more to it than that, because the vast number of sightings to me imply that interactions with humans is somehow important and somehow produces something that is, that is viable.
Something that they need? Something that interests them, certainly, but something they need from us? Or is it symbiotic?
I feel that, maybe one of the agendas is human consciousness, that an interaction with UFOs may provoke changes in human consciousness. And sort of, we are back to the sort of original discussion point, but
what the hell is human consciousness? That's what I want to know. What is it? As many people as I've websites I go on, people I've listened to, I still don't know what the hell it is. I don't get it. And actually, there was a couple of episodes of another podcast that I was going through, and there were people saying the same thing, because the guest was talking about consciousness. And then there was another fact that someone threw out, that they believe that the majority of humans have been abducted, but only certain few are able to remember.
Oh, like an entire population,
Exactly.
like in their sleep or something to that effect.
Yeah, isn't that a crazy ass theory?
And maybe abduction isn't so much the entire physical form, but our conscience. When we're in a sleeping mode, then the conscience is taken away, given data bits, like matrix way, or given something, and then shot back into us. And then we go up and we go about our day with the weird, I think I had a dream yesterday, or this is deja vu.
Yes. The whole upload and download situation.
So much. And look, my man George Knapp on target there, just talking about it, one at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, these guys, they make a great team together, to be honest. One pokes and prods, and the other one just sits back and thinks about things intelligently. He doesn't attack.
We're not saying which one's which, but
I don't know. There's just something about Corbell's voice that kind of I don't know. His voice. Yeah. Something about his voice.
Yeah. But hey, it was I got another clip here. I don't even know what the hell it is, but it is one of those episodes that you listen to. You're like, oh, okay, why the fuck what are we waiting for? You got to storm the gates. Let's get all the info. What happens when you do that?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy that this came out and no one's really talking about it. It's nuts. But anyone out there that has had an experience where they've been, abducted, missing time, and told that it's all in their head, it really is not.
Yeah. Very well could be real, and I can't say that that's ever happened to me, so I'm not one of them. But I do believe that they believe, and there are some that have such credible evidence backing it up. Some have even videotaped these things, allegedly videotaped the incidences happening. And then, once we get them on the web, then we nitpick them and pull them apart. And then you've got the naysayers. And then, so then there's that.
Right.
But yeah, so far, nothing. What are we waiting for? Who's going to be the last word on this topic, right? Who's going to
I don't
say,
know.
this is
I
it?
don't know.
Here it is. I don't know either. I have no idea.
Good.
Can't trust the government. I can't trust us, right?
Right.
We're just trying.
But even as humans, we're all segmented anyway. Everybody's taking a corner, and trying to get their version of ufology out. And one of the topics they brought up on this is, I guess over the last several weeks, whistleblowers have been going to Congress and talking about what they've seen and things like that. And that's probably where we're going to see some of those happening with Stephen Greer and, his hearing type thing.
When's that again? That was coming up pretty quick, right?
I think it's June the 6th, June 5th, June 6th, one of those. And also his new his new documentary as well. I see Dre on there, but not really sure he's there.
Your mic on, Dre.
His mic's muted.
Well, he's a pilot. So I've been thinking about this episode ever since I listened to it, and how do you get this information out? I have no idea. How do you get people to listen to this? 'Cause a lot of people are put off by Corbell, and a lot of people are put off by Knapp, right? And then you put them both together, and you lose half of something somewhere.
You get the diehards from both sides coming together.
Exactly. And then they don't believe each other. So, what the hell do you do? But I think this guy Kelleher, I really take him as someone that's credible. I don't know why.
No,
but I feel like,
real.
He sounds like he's the deal. And we know from these guys that he's been confirmed as the OSAP captain, the guy that was overseeing it. So why not?
Captain OSAP.
OSAP. So, it's a good episode. You guys should check it out there in YouTube land. Go over to Corbell's YouTube channel. Check out the episode 12 of Weaponized. And you can check out the other episodes as well, because I feel like these guys are going to continue to have all the people we've wondered about that they know, because it is, George Knapp, of all people, who he's got his hands in everything. He knows a little bit of everything. He's been doing this for so long, that I believe that Weaponized is going to give us quite a shitload of ufology news and secrets within the next year.
I completely agree. I think they've got something going.
Yeah, they do. They do. And they've hinted at other guests that are coming forward that people are going to be really interested to hear from regarding these secret programs and such.
So play that next clip.
Yeah, let's see what it is. If it's not what I think it is, because I don't know what it is, or I thought I had, don't blame the DJ. I tried. Here you go.
Where they're from or what their interest is. The bigger question is, why are they here? Where are they from? What's their interest in us?
Yeah,
right. But at least that if you had that confirmed, yes, there is somebody else here. Here it is. Here's the stuff. Then you could go on and at least address the other questions.
Well, and not only that, but you could get, the Galileo project has got a lot of different scientific talent and expertise associated with. So you could start really sort of co-opting scientific organizations. That's already happening, actually, but I think you could really accelerate that once the certainty was there that there was technology of unknown origin in existence, that it had been, it had been really discovered, and that it was unequivocal. If that message was put out to humanity, it would be a game changer.
Is that true? And the message hasn't been put out?
The message hasn't been put out.
But is that true? What you said, that there's technology of unknown
well,
origin?
I like I said, I can't talk about it, but the answer is yes.
He kills me. He literally kills me.
Well, the message hasn't been put out there, but the message is
Oh, yes.
I mean, they answered. They asked the question. The guy answered it. So,
Yeah.
damn, there it is, man. I mean, these
It's
things are
holy
happening.
shit. There you go.
According to ASAP.
Yeah. and basically, alien technology is basically what he said.
Mhm.
Yes. What the fuck? Is he in jail right now? Did they grab him like after the show? Is he missing in action now? I don't understand. How the hell do you drop these bombs? And it's crazy. It's totally crazy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's where everybody else is saying, oh, shit. I don't know.
I mean, our boys did it, man. I mean, come on. Let's give them credit where credit's due.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The dynamic duo, the odd couple, has done it again. That's all I can say. It was just nuts. It was just nuts, and hopefully people pick up on this, and some other people talk about this episode, and get this Dr. Keller, get Dr. K in front of Congress. Congress really can't do shit, but anyway.
Give Keller the credit too, man, for even doing this whole thing. And unfortunately, if he is removed from office, so to speak, they'll replace him with another one. The program's gonna go on. It's the hot topic of this, the new year. So why not? Keep it going. Maybe they're feeding us information too. Who knows? It's always.
I like it. I like it though.
It's good for you. But I mean, the reality is, where does it all go from here, and what does it do? I mean, they said it's a game changer. What kind of game are we talking about? Which part of the human game is going to change? Is it going to be our technology? Is it going to be the money that we save on energy for free energy? Is it going to be a new slave race so we can build more pyramids? Take your pick. All these different races and all this different history of so-called ancient aliens that have gone through is being uncovered. That the topic is just it's a millionfold. Anything could happen, right? Is that what they're saying, or is there one specific thing?
Well, no.
What was your pick? What was your pick, B, Manny?
What I took it as just a game changer for humanity altogether. Especially even the ones that don't follow ufology. It's going to be a game changer for everyone, whether or not you believe right now that it's an alien thing, or if you believe it's Russia or China with their little balloons. Once the truth comes out and we basically say, yeah, we've had alien technology, it's a game changer for everyone. No matter what you believe.
In what way? Specifically.
I mean, everything changes. Think about it. You're no longer the one species in the entire universe that can streak just because you're drunk, or you're high, or.
So what if the technology is there to make shielding to where mass shootings don't happen?
Or but think about this:
to complete,
where is your place in the universe when you're not the most advanced being out there?
I'm still a fool guy. I'm still just a fool guy.
Right, but a lot of people won't take it that way. It's not going to be a cool thing for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to freak out.
Are they going to stop using, chemicals to change the way they adapt to this? Will there be a religion?
Maybe not.
Would the religion that has come up be grow? I'm sure it's going to grow. Will it be as big as Catholicism? Will it be as big as any of those? Are some of these littler countries who are communists, are they going to change their ways? Are they going to disassemble all of their nukes? Are we?
Yeah, so there you go. You've asked a lot of questions, and most of them are game changing.
That's true.
So there you go.
Green Man, what do you think about what's one of the major changes you would see as a possibility? Curious.
Well, I mean, literally, that would be across the board change. I mean, the technology is going to change. You know, it's going to be like a new coming, you know, beyond a new coming of Tesla. You know, the guy, not you know, Musk, although Musk is cool. But, I mean, it's going to change. Everything's going to be different. I mean, it's like you're going to be, odds are it's going to be running off of a different energy source, which is going to have thousands of different properties. So just, you know, getting people used to running off of, you know, some kind of recycling fusion or something like that. You know, it's something we can't even fucking understand. Just something that can create anti-gravity, and people are gonna fucking, you're gonna freak people out just having people sit there staring at the water bottle float.
You know, or you get to float to work and float around delivering the mail, right?
Yeah.
I mean, are the energy companies going to cave to this? Are they going to let this go through? Or are they going to fight it? Is it going to be?
Well,
how long? What's the time period that we're talking here? Let's say all this actually drops, Manny, like tomorrow. Do you think it's going to happen in our children's lives, or is it going to be more like our grandchildren? You know, if it were to happen today.
If it were to happen today, listen, I think it'll be like COVID, right? So the first couple months of COVID, we were trying to figure out what the hell to do. We couldn't figure it out. The government tried to tell us what to do. They started fucking around with vaccines. And then they were like, fuck it, everybody just go and stay locked up in your houses. I think people are going to react the same way. It's going to be Shittergate all over again. Grab your toilet paper because they're coming to probe you. You know, so it's going to be... So
people will freak out. And
I think it's going to be chaotic. It's going to be chaotic at first.
Yeah, it'll make the lockdowns look like
like child's play.
Yeah, yeah,
People
are going to freak, especially in large metropolitan areas.
Right,
it's going to be a feeding frenzy.
Would that be? So there's two ways this could happen, if I'm not mistaken. There's them coming down in mass quantities, like we've seen movies. V, you know. Second generation of V right there, bro. Them coming down in mass quantities and just, you know, gathering all around all the nations and just saying, here we are. Then there's the government, right, telling us and giving us stuff, saying, okay, this is what we have. Now, I don't think as many people would freak out if it was our own people telling us, as opposed to an almond shape, you know, a huge head with an almond eyes and all that guy, you know, telepathically talking to us, you know, telepathically speaking to us. That would freak a lot of people out too. But if the government just came out, nationalized the whole thing, and just said, look, we have it, and we're willing now, and now that we have your attention, I don't know, because then the argument is, well, what took you so long, right? Or maybe they should just say, hey, we just found this out last week.
Yeah, there you go. Mile High says it might just be a fake alien invasion, kind of like the vid-19, I don't know. So here's something that's interesting, right? So if you kind of tie all this together. So Kelleher said that his impression is that these beings do not want to go through the government. And so that's why they reach out directly to people. If you have a government that has re-engineered some of their technology, the best way to keep the people away from those individuals is to say that they're going to invade us. They're a threat. And that kind of ties good old Greer's whole mantra for decades now, that that's what they're going to do. So I don't know. It could go any way. We just got to get to the first part. The first part is having the government say, yes, we have retrieved, we have seen, and take it from there.
Not go through the government, go through a wing of the government, CIA.
There you go. Or the NSA or the FBI or
CIA.
Yeah, everybody's fighting over all that too. So I would say just go through a military source, the Army, the Air Force, especially like the Air Force, NASA, Tesla. Why not? SpaceX, right? I mean,
dude, that deal's already been done, man.
What about making an entrance when
comfortably in the CIA's hands? Because
Really?
they do. Okay, the CIA was signed into existence 2 months after the Roswell crash. Who was running? Who took over Area 51 back in Eisenhower's time? It was the CIA. They still control it.
I thought it was Air Force.
It's all branched through. I think the Navy or something is what the checks say, but all the same umbrella, man. And the CIA nope, they don't answer to fucking anybody.
No, they don't, do they?
But for what we see, neither do these advanced individuals.
Or, yeah, how could they? Right.
Yeah, because most of the time it appears to do whatever the hell they want, when they want. So, more to see. More to come, I guess. It's going to be crazy.
It's exciting times.
It is.
It is. Once again, yeah.
Yeah, and as long as people like this keep coming forward that are in the know, even though they don't want to say anything, but they can say the word yes, fantastic.
Yes,
we'll take that. Yeah, we would definitely take that.
More power to them.
Yeah, they did a great job. So that really was my, I guess my need to have today's episode to try to get more people to get in tune with what happened on Weaponized, because I just feel this needs to get out, and maybe Kelleher needs to do a couple other episodes to give us a little bit more info whenever he can, because I understand he probably does have these NDAs that are keeping him from doing that.
Will he be there for Stephen Greer? Will he be called to one of the panels, maybe?
No, I don't think so. There's, like I said, there's camps in ufology, and I don't think Kelleher is in Greer camp. He's in Corbell camp and Knapp camp, which it's not the same camp as Greer. These guys are like water and oil.
I'm with Green Man. I think we got to erase that. I don't think we should have the camps, man. It should just be all open, man.
Oh, dude, it's like that Twilight shit. You got the vampires and the werewolves,
right?
Yeah, you got the lizards, and you got I don't know, fucking Corbell and yeah, whatever.
The Tic Tac people and the lizard people. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah, those people who say there's lizard armies on Mars.
I haven't seen evidence of that.
I don't think they have either.
That
Anyway,
you see that one picture with that rock formation? It looked like saw blades. It looked like
that was weird.
That was weird. That was
It looks reptilian. Kinda. It does look reptilian.
Yeah, like back spines or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. But who knows? The only way to figure that shit out is to actually be there, and we're quite a ways from that, unfortunately.
Nah, Elon's got this. 2 years. Let's go.
Yeah, he can't even come out with a damn sports car. What's wrong with him? Anyway.
He's good.
He shot
down borders.
Yeah, he shot it down and he shot it into space, but he can't freaking build it here on land. What the hell? No. Damn it. Anyway, I guess Dre never made it. He's just sitting there.
I think he dropped his computer in his hot tub.
Probably did. But he better take cover down in South Texas. Looking forward to that tomorrow. Hopefully a lot of people get to see that. I know that they're saying for folks in the north of the United States, you're not going to see shit. Sorry about that, guys. And a lot of people in the north part of Europe aren't going to see anything. So keep tuned to YouTube. It's going to be shown for free by SpaceX.
Green Man, what's the West Coast time on that?
What time is it going on off?
It's 8 a.m. Central. I'm sorry, keep saying Central. Eastern.
So 6 o'clock.
6 a.m. Yeah, yeah. West Coast is 2 hours ahead.
That'd be great if it did it right before the sun comes up.
That'd be awesome.
Probably get a great glimpse of it.
Yeah, I'm sure all of South Texas is going to be lit up like a Christmas tree with all them damn engines.
Free turkey meat, turtle meat though. So.
Hey.
Yeah, turtle meat, seagulls, fried seagulls for everybody.
Yep. Whatever.
Just got to go pick them all up.
Land
crabs already cooked. Yeah. It's going to be a great old time down there.
Barbecue over Dre's house.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not on fire. We got a Jason says the Senate Armed Services Committee is hosting a public hearing about Arrow and UAPs on Wednesday, April 19th, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. There you go.
Work.
That's where we need to be on Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. It's probably going to be what's that damn show? What's that damn channel that has all the government shit on it? C-SPAN? Maybe it's on C-SPAN.
Yeah, C-SPAN and yep, C-SPAN 1 and 2, I think.
Yeah, who knows? Or at least
I bet
YouTube.
you Rubio, Marco Rubio is going to be on that. Yeah, that's his thing now, right? I mean,
I don't know. He's been kind of quiet as of lately.
He has been, but that's when he kind of shows up lately when it comes to something with the aliens.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, this is the end of the episode, guys. I thank you for welcoming here. What the fuck am I saying? I welcome you guys. Oh, thank you or whatever. Oh shit!
Wow.
There goes Dre.
Time.
I mean, we are literally
All right,
about to get off the
figuring out how to
episode.
work his phone.
I'm sorry. God damn it. Hey, okay. We had company. I'm sorry. We got 9 minutes left. I got 9 minutes to talk. I got 9 minutes to talk. Davina, are you ready? So Davina has been researching.
Are you guys gonna sing?
No singing.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for her to come back. Okay, so have y'all listened to all the episodes of the Weaponized?
Yeah, I have.
No, just the one. But I'm hooked now.
So did anybody see the video for the Phantom of Baghdad?
Oh yes.
So if you look at it, I think it looks a little bit like SpaceX rocket. Think about it. Look at it. But with no heat signature.
Yeah, that was a weird thing, right? Because when you first look at it, that's what you think it's a missile or a rocket.
Yeah. But I mean, it's no heat signature.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to explain to Davina about the timeline of. I'm sorry, I gotta fix this a little bit. Of ASAP and ATIP. Does everybody understand the I guess the concept of ASAP and ATIP? How each one was created and which one was created?
Wait a minute. Did you research it or did Davina do it?
A little bit of both. So, do you understand what? Okay, do you understand which one came first, the egg or the chicken?
I don't know. Which one came first?
So, ASAP came before ATIP, right? Everybody understand that?
Sure.
Sounds like a porn show, but go ahead.
Okay, so Senator Reid lobbied for the $22 million, right? For the study of UFOs, but he didn't understand that to when Corbell, I don't know, you did when Corbell talks about like the people who actually got some of the money. If you talk about, he talks about how Putoff, I think is his name.
Yeah. Dr. Putoff.
So and they talk about Bigelow at Skinwalker Ranch. Skinwalker Ranch.
Everything he says is pornographic. I don't understand.
So the 22 million were actually going to Skinwalker Ranch, and they were going to Hal Putoff. Hal Putoff was the one in charge of SRI. If you don't know who SRI is the Stanford Research Institute, which one of my favorite topics was in charge of the remote viewing program for the FBI. Not the FBI, the CIA, or the government, whoever you want to talk about. So Hal Putoff got his little piece of the cheese out of that 22 million for his remote viewing, which also went into UFO. Like they said, Skinwalker Ranch also got some of that money for Robert Bigelow. But once the people started seeing that it wasn't just straight UFO, they started seeing like, remote viewing is getting money and they're giving information about this. And Skinwalker's talking about crazy wolves and cryptic animals and all these other things. And that's when they pull the money for ASAP. As they pulled the money for ASAP, ATIP created saying, okay, we don't have enough money to be studying UFOs or anything that deals with it. Then they went to, we're only going to talk to people who are in the military and have seen things. And that's where ATIP comes from. And that's where, what's his name? Big dude.
Lou Elizondo.
Lou Elizondo. That's where he comes in. I mean, he was in there, but they just he was later on. I always tell Davina, you got to follow the money. When the money dries out, then you can follow the money trail, see where it came from. So all that money being spent was on these weird things, yet they were still kind of UFO connected, but they weren't actually UFOs, but they are all kind of interconnected. You know, I don't know how to explain that, but I mean, it should be easy to see it. Some UFOs come with Bigfoot. Some UFOs come with orbs. Some UFOs come with
consciousness.
KY.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they just all run together. And the people who said, "I just want UFO," they didn't get UFO. They got everything else.
Everything else.
So that's why they cut their funding. And then they went like, okay, we're not giving you no more money, but still but the ATIP will still I'm just focused on UFOs. And this was the cool thing was they were just UFOs. They didn't care about anything else. They were just talking about pilots, military people that saw anything that they couldn't describe in the air. And also I was trying to explain to Davina that you follow the money, you can see where it kind of dries out, and then you can see where the government kind of steps in a little bit, yet they don't want to do enough to get themselves in trouble. You know what I mean?
At least not that we know.
Well, yeah, that's true. They don't want to say that we know this much information. When they got the Robert Bigelows out there with the NIDS program, they don't want to have to put anything that you can put what is it, where you ask the government to give you information, Freedom of Information
Act.
Yeah. So you don't have to worry about that. And if you give it to a private organization, they don't have to answer to anybody.
Right.
So that's I was listening to the podcast. And that's kind of where I was at.
Is it not a double-edged sword for them to pull money out? I mean, because any one of us could say, "Oh, you pulled it out because there's something there," or you pulled it out because you're more focused on one thing or the other. I mean, isn't it a double-edged sword for them?
Yes, I agree. But again, it's whoever's in charge of the money, whoever's putting out the money. Say, I only want to see clowns. I don't want to see the makeup artist. I don't want to see the balloon artist. I just want to see clowns. That's all I'm saying. What? Yeah. Look at the special guest.
Oh, there you go. Special guest number 2. Well, you know, the other thing, too, is that Bigelow had this interest, not just in aliens, but in the afterlife, because of the people that passed in his life. And so that's what kind of drew him also to Skinwalker Ranch. Now, and it's funny you brought this up because they talked about in this particular episode about how Skinwalker Ranch, all the craziness, the cryptids and all that craziness. But then they asked the question about, is there anywhere else in the world that's like that? It was fascinating that Kelleher said that Dulce, New Mexico is almost a carbon copy and maybe worse than Skinwalker Ranch in that respect. And we know the stories that come out of Dulce, New Mexico about the underground alien bases. Well, actually, the government bases for aliens on the ground.
Yes.
So I thought that was fascinating that Dulce is getting pulled into this as well.
Well, if there's, I think in the last 2 episodes he talks about there's another place in Norway. It's called the Norsec Center, and they have
Norsec Center. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And they have Manny? What do you think you can compare it to? Like Blue Book, Project Blue Book, a little bit.
Some good priests.
No sex.
It's a database. It's a compilation of UFO reportings. I want to say it's almost as good. I want to say it's good. That's not the right word. It's like the MUFON of Norway. That's what I want to say. It's pretty good. What he kind of referenced it a bit. So as he said it, I was like, oh shit. I just went to start Googling. Man, that database is huge. Huge. So it's that part of the world. And I mean, and the only reason, because like I said, I was listening to the podcast and he just a quick brief reference of it, and I was on it. I was looking at it, and I want to say it's like MUFON, basically for Norway, and just for Norway. And like there's a town, I want to say, I can't remember what the name it is. It's some Norway name. There's a lot of UFO activity in just that one town. in Norway. That's what created the center there. You gotta look it up, guys. It's I don't want to say it, Norske. You know how they spell names all weird. Norset Center.
N-O-R-F-O.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just a simple mailman. You know, I don't know.
Spell them in Norwegian because they're in Norway.
Yeah. So that'd be something to look up. But as he said, I looked it up, and they was talking about one of the episodes that when people would see something, they would report it to them, just like they would do.
Norway is sort of an
like
open thing about it too.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but their government's cool with like letting everything fly.
Oh yeah. They're more freedom of information than we are.
There's actually a few countries like that, and I think there's a South American one as well.
Don't trust them. None of them.
Well, I mean, yeah. So the new favorite word, right, Manny? LiDAR. The LiDAR thing that we're all finding. You were talking about the UFO base, and all these places. They've been here forever. They've been here longer than us. I'm almost convinced. I'm convinced.
LiDAR has been around for like 10 years. And
No.
Oh my God.
I mean, but what they're finding, in places we haven't looked before.
That's the thing. We haven't looked there.
Right. The what are those trees that we don't want to burn all of?
Bamboo.
Yeah,
that's crazy
the
thing.
big forest. The main forest. They're actually looking under the canopy now. Places we can't.
Are you
get
talking
to
about
visit.
the rainforest in Amazon?
Rainforest?
Yeah, in Guatemala.
The thing is, they just got, thanks to Elon, they just got porn, so they don't really care about.
They're gonna have more
distracted for about in the next 10
Yeah,
15
they don't
years.
care about the rainforest. It's all good now.
Yeah, they're watering the plants now.
It's a shit. Apparently, we have a question from a guest. Sure, guest, please. What's your question?
I have no idea.
Okay,
What were
fantastic
your
question. I
comments about
appreciate it.
Where's your earpiece?
It's in my ear.
You had a question
Oh,
about.
she could hear us.
Were they trying to hide something? What are they trying to do?
Who?
You said the press was trying to hide something.
No, you sent me a transcript of
Okay,
a
never mind.
podcast.
I have a question for Dev. I have a question for Dev.
Oh, there you go.
Why did Dre get kicked out of the hot tub?
Which time?
You're bad, buddy. You're bad.
Hey, you're lucky because if we didn't have guests here tonight, we were doing our episode from the hot tub.
He did want to do that.
We were gonna do it in the hot
really?
tub and start at 8:00, but I was like, we had people here, so I was like, I guess we can do it.
You guys should. That'd be great.
Wait, so your guests were not down with the hot tub?
No,
We didn't want them in my hot tub.
Yeah, we didn't want them in the hot tub.
Okay.
So
Hopefully,
I sent her one of the episodes of Weaponized.
Yeah.
And I guess it was a transcript, like someone who was reading the podcast out to her. I guess I sent her the wrong.
It was annoying.
I tried. Like I said, I was trying to explain to her the timeline of ASAP and ATIP, and the.
Are you talking about the new podcast line? Like they're going to make their own web, I guess, browser or something?
I didn't hear that. Anybody here? They're going to make their own browser.
For that last one, the whatever it was, AARO.
The ASAP.
Like they're coming up with their own podcast system.
The Arrow.
Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe, but
that
you know,
correct?
speaking about podcasts, did you hear the fake AI Joe Rogan episode between Rogan and Trump?
Yes.
Rogan and Trump. I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, they can't trust.
I already told Chat AI to make Manny the #1 podcaster. I already told him that, but it hasn't happened yet.
Oh yeah, they're gonna take that thing away quick.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, before we get off this episode, you guys are going to be in the thick of it. Are you going to hang out just so you can look at the sky and see what happens tomorrow?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. We got the hot tub ready. We already cleaned it up. We're ready to go.
It's going to be early in the morning. What? It's going to be like 40 degrees outside. You're going to be in the hot tub?
No, it's not 40
Not
degrees.
here.
Not here.
Hot tubs heat up.
Yes.
But
We
At
got
8
in when
They
it
call
was
them hot
30.
tubs, Manny.
At 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, so you're going to be around at that time.
No, I'll be at work at 7 in the
Oh.
morning.
No, she has to go work early. I will.
You will. Okay.
I'll be
So
out
he'll
here.
be in the hot tub by himself.
Yes.
With-
Well, she gets set up for me.
Not likely.
I don't do that stuff. She does it for me, and I just gotta just get in.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
hilarious.
you're back.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Well, hopefully you
told
guys
me, man,
get
I
to
had to
see
go.
it. I mean, yeah, Davida, you're not going to be able to miss it. So will you see that no matter where you're at down there?
She's driving.
The
so.
sky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I am in pitch black. I'm driving from here to Mathis, so it's nothing, no lights
Is
in my
clear
way.
skies out there?
It's like 20 minutes from Corpus to you.
Yes, they have
No, it's
skies
45.
out there.
Yeah.
True story.
Well, if it's clear, she'll be able to see it. Actually,
There's no
Oh, yeah,
city
if
lights.
it's dark
There's no
outside.
street lights. It's
Yeah, you
just
should get a good
pitch
view.
black
Oh,
out
yeah.
there.
It's going to look like a second sun.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
hell. Like I said, if anybody's seen the Phantom of Baghdad, it looks just like the damn Elon
Well,
Musk's.
it's not phallus
rocket.
shaped, though. It's not phallus shaped.
No, but if you look at if
Are
you
you
look
talking
at the
about
rocket
ship
launch,
or the chemtrails?
no, not even. There's no trails
Oh, no
There's no
trails.
on the
trails.
bag. Look it up. You gotta look it up. The Phantom of Baghdad. Look it up. So if you look at his rocket, if you're holding the rocket and once it takes off, look at the shape of the rocket once it takes off. Not when it's sitting in the spot, but once it takes off, and then look at the Phantom of Baghdad. Look at those two vehicles. It looks a lot alike. I'm just saying.
So somebody said that it could be what they call that a
What? Why? Wow. Why is the Millennium Falcon in my face?
that's his pillows.
I need one of those.
Wow.
It's actually a kite. It's actually a kite.
Looks like the
Oh,
Millennium
it's a
Falcon.
kite.
I'm just saying for a friend.
Oh, yeah.
That is funny.
It's actually never flown. I can't get it to fly.
Yeah. What is that?
That's
the
what Han Solo
metallic-
said.
The magnetic projectiles that they use. What are those?
The
Rail guns?
Yeah, railgun.
railgun.
Yeah,
Somebody
but
said
they
it
have
was a
heat.
railgun.
The railguns still have heat from
Mm-hmm.
the metal. Actually, is heated up from the magnetic.
What if it
They're
came
not.
from Russia?
They're not totally cold.
I
they're-
mean, if it
they're
came
like
from Russia, it's going to
90%.
be cold.
Yeah, the Phantom of Baghdad is totally cold because it's actually off a what is it? The drone. It's a U.S. Air Force drone flying over Baghdad, and it captures something black flying over Baghdad, which white means hot and black means cold.
I
And
mean,
there's
this-
no
that
trail
doesn't
on
got
it.
to be a racist
It's
show.
got to be gravity propulsion. That's what it has
It
to be.
just doesn't have to be racist. PPC.
Gravity propulsion. And we're testing it in different countries because we don't want us to see it.
Oh, I like that. I like that. But you got to watch the video. Watch the video, then make the comment. Because I think it looks a lot like the SpaceX rocket. I guess without the heat signature. But it looks a lot like it. I just looked at the SpaceX rocket and I was like, if you take the casing away, it looks a lot like it. Everybody says, oh, it could be a rocket. It could be a missile. And you look at it, you're like, oh, okay, I can see it could be a rocket. I can understand you see it could be a missile, but there's no heat signature to it at all. Nothing. No trail. It's just a black blob going by you, which means it's cold. And there's nothing behind it. Again, you got to look at it to see and understand it.
Super fast helium balloon.
Hey, the Norsec Center, the one in Norway.
Yeah.
You got to look at that one too. A lot of good information come out of Norway. The Norsec one. Like I said, I just barely heard it when I think Corbell talked about. No, George Knapp referenced it real quick, and as soon as he referenced it, I jumped on it and just looked at it real quick. I'm like, God, there's a lot of shit there. There's like, I don't know. You're not again. You guys aren't into remote viewing. I'm into remote viewing.
Really? What do you look at?
What?
Everything Ranch.
Oh my God! Hey, the Kennedy assassinations, UFOs, Bigfoot.
Wait, that's what you did?
Dude, there's everything. You'll like it.
You remote viewed the Kennedy assassination?
Yes. They look at the shooters.
Davina, what do you feed this guy?
Trey. Trey was in the book
What do you give him?
depository.
What the hell?
It was
It's
Trey.
very
He was
scary.
Now you know why she goes to bed so damn early. Straight up in the middle of the night.
Remote viewing.
Hey, okay.
You know he made me do that?
So,
really?
Story. I made her remote view one night.
It was very scary.
I didn't know. She didn't know what I was doing, but that's the whole part of remote viewing.
Yeah.
So
Hold
I
on a
told
second.
her.
We need to hear the whole story now.
Okay.
About the remote viewing. We got to hear what happened.
So I don't know what the hell was his deal with this thing, but he gave me a little piece of paper that was folded in half and taped.
Okay.
And it had a number written on it. And he is like, okay, we'd just gotten out of the hot tub. I took my shower, put on my PJs. I was ready to lay down.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, I need you to relax. Just stay relaxed. I'm looking at him and he keeps leaving the room and coming back. And I'm like, what is your problem? And he's like, are you relaxed? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, look at this. And he gives me the paper and it has a number on it. He goes, okay, say the number out loud 3 times. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, why? He goes, just do it. Just do it. And he gives me a piece of paper and a pen and he goes, okay, now I need you to relax, close your eyes, and whatever you see, just write it down. Write it down. And I'm like, I'm very confused. I don't know what the heck is in his head. So I'm trying to play his game. I close my eyes.
Reindeer games.
And of course, when you close your eyes, what do you see? Red, right? I see red most of the time. So I keep seeing red. And I'm like, okay, that's normal. I don't write it down. And then I see an eagle. And I keep seeing the eagle, and an evil, like the eagle's eye is looking at me angrily. And I'm like, okay, but I was just doing a project that contained an eagle. It was for the Eagles for the Super Bowl. So I'm like, nope, that's not it. Like, no, something's going on in my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like skipping it. And then he's like, no, just whatever you see, whatever you feel, just write it down, write it down. Okay. So there I go. Red, bird, evil eye, eagle. Like it was that bird was very prominent. And then I'm like, okay, there's lines there. It looked like a stick or a staff sticking up, but it was crooked. It wasn't straight, or I can't see. It wasn't straight like this. It was crooked like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I write that down, and I'm just, jotting down everything. There's lines. There's just different color lines going back and forth. And then all of a sudden, I guess there was a few more things I don't remember off the top, but
Those were most of it.
I stop and I'm like, okay, I don't know. I don't see anything. It's just black. My head's just black. I don't know. And he's looking at me and he's reading what I wrote, and he looks at me. He goes, wow.
Oh.
And I said, what? And he goes, well, do you want to see it? And I'm like, see what? I still don't have a clue what's going on.
Right.
So he opens the paper, and it's a picture, and we had bought a flag, I guess earlier that week, a new flag for the front yard. It's an American flag. It has a staff.
It's a Marine Corps flag.
Or a Marine Corps flag that has the stick that goes like that.
Right.
Has the eagle. It's red.
And it's angry.
It's an angry bird.
Well, that's why I kept running back and forth, because I didn't know what. Okay, I want her to remote view something, but I didn't know what the remote view. So I had to go to the garage, and I was trying to look for something. We didn't have any magazines in the living room, like to cut out a picture. So I was like, okay, I got to find something. So I was zooming in the garage, and I saw the flag, and like the little cardboard they have in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
I just got it and cut it out, and that's what I put in the envelope.
Yeah.
So I told her okay, this is what you're looking at. But out of the 7 things she wrote down, 5 of them she got right, and
So
she didn't even know what she was
question.
doing.
But I thought we started with think of a number in your head.
No. He had the paper, and it had a number written on it.
Well,
And he made me say that
remote,
number out
and
loud
remote
3
viewing,
times.
they give you a target. A target number
Gotcha.
is, it could be anything. It could be 1 through 1 million. and you just put the number on there. It's just the number associates with the target.
Okay,
and that just helps the remote viewer. And I knew she could do it. I knew she could remote view. And she was like,
"How did you feel about it then? How did you feel about it at the time?"
Yeah, what was your reaction?
Who?
Davina, you.
Me?
Yeah, because now you got superpowers.
I kind of got scared because I didn't know what the heck was going on. I didn't know like what he was doing, what he was trying to do. He didn't tell me anything. He just told me, look at this number, say it 3 times, and write whatever. When you close your eyes, write whatever you see.
Sort of a dickish part on his move, but
yeah.
Now that you know about this, how do you feel now about it?
I haven't done it since.
She's scared about it. Okay. She has powers.
Like the very next day, he sent me a few, I guess, podcasts to listen to about it.
Okay.
And so when I listened to it, I was like, okay, I kind of like, okay, let's try that again. But then I was like, okay, no, I really don't want to. Like that's scary. Like, you shouldn't be able to do those things.
I got to give you kudos. I have yet to do it like that. And I mean, I've always been one who believes you can kind of see things in other places. But with the method that he's found out, and the fact that you've tried it, it's given me courage. I think I'm going to do it.
Do it. It's scary.
I will be the person to guide you.
Yeah, you'll be his mentor.
I mean,
I think mentor. Maybe I'll let Deb guide me. I don't know about you. I mean, you give me some long number.
Hey, she's got power. Hey, people who can't do teach. That's what I'm saying. I can't do it. I know she has the power. That's why. Yeah, exactly. This is the way. That's a prime way of putting it. I just think she's more creative than I am, and I knew she had the ability to do it.
Well, we know
I just had to get her to do it.
We've seen some of the stuff you built. But listen, let's talk.
Wow, that is rough.
I'm helping you get the point across. Listen, okay. So since you're an expert now on remote viewing, do you think it was your proximity to Davina that helped her see it?
No, I kept everything a secret. Nothing. I told her nothing. She was really dumbfounded about what she was doing. I kept her in the blank. I just told her, hey, what you're going to do is I just want you to sit by the computer, relax. I even told her, breathe 20 times, 20 minutes, just breathe in and out. While she was breathing, I was trying to figure out what the fuck I was going to get. I didn't know what I was going to get her a remote to view. I didn't know what I was going to get her to get. That's why I went to the garage and I was looking for stuff. I actually, in the last minute, cutting that cardboard piece out and put it in the envelope. Like, it was literally last minute. And when she was starting to write stuff out, I as a they call the
manipulator,
the remote viewer, and the controller.
Yeah.
And as me being the controller, I can't give her information. The taint.
Dre, are you a believer now?
Oh, I've always been a believer.
Oh yeah, he's a believer.
Okay.
I just wish I could do it.
Oh, you can't do it.
No, well, she's never done it to me. Well,
I made him envelopes because he asked me to. He was like, make me like 10 envelopes. I made 5. They sat there on the dresser for over like 3 months now, and he has yet to do anything with them.
Well, she doesn't like, I don't know.
I would have peaked by now at least.
Put one of these.
That's a good thing. I want to get I want to ask y'all just to create an envelope and just put it down and put a number on it and let her try to remote view it.
Okay.
Just a number.
It's scary.
We got to do that.
But the only thing, she doesn't like it. She gets scared by it.
Or do we give you like a week?
I want to do it the real way.
I don't want you to do it. I really think she could do it.
I think Green Man had the right idea. We need to do this live, Manny. We need to do
And you said you were going to have a remote viewer.
Yeah.
I was.
Put it on Discord.
Yeah, you did.
I don't think.
Okay, how about this?
Okay.
Everybody make one envelope with whatever they want in it. And one by one, we live. Like, I'll hold up my envelope like that with my number on it, and each one of you write down whatever you see.
Babe, they don't have that power, babe. Don't give them that.
We're powerless.
And then the next
I
one.
I might float away.
They're not that smart.
But then, like, Green Man will do it. Like, he has his envelope, and then we can all see like what each other sees.
I've actually done it where, like, it was not even it's like I went to something on YouTube, and the guide says, okay, this is what I have in my envelope, and number 3 envelope. and you can try to figure it out. And I've actually done it like twice, and I've actually gotten real close to what the item is. It's circle, but it was like a penny. But I knew it was a circle and looked like a snow globe almost.
Oh,
so I was kind of close on what I did. And I've done another one. It was like a flag or something. I got the square. I'm getting closer and closer to it.
Yes.
I bet
Give
you
everybody a chance.
Yeah,
Manny,
I like that idea.
Yeah, it'll be like maybe once a week. We give one person a chance to guess what the heck it is.
Right.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Manny, if you just get an envelope and put a number on it, everybody can try it.
Well,
That's the thing.
You kind of
That's the cool
fixated
thing
with
about
envelopes. I don't know. Can we use?
Well, it
something
doesn't
else?
matter. Even if you put a piece of paper and fold it in half, because actually that's what I did.
Manny's going to be the first one. We'll all make
No,
envelopes,
actually,
and Manny gets to guess each and every
I'm
one.
actually the host, so I will be the last one. I got to run this, but yeah, we could do that. We could try it out. We'll start next week.
I love it. Awesome.
Wait, who's going to be first?
With the envelope, or who's going to have it?
Who's going to be the remote viewer first?
Davina.
No.
All right.
No,
Davina,
actually, the remote viewer should be all of us to see who has the power.
Oh.
You just
so
picked
Davina,
you picked the topic. Like
So-
it could
so
be
everybody gets
London
to-
Bridge. It could be a
okay.
person. It could be a place.
Yeah,
You
okay,
just
so-
got to get
and
a
then-
picture of it.
And then everybody picks. So everybody takes their shot, and then the envelopes open.
Yes.
At the end.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
Right.
so cool. And we can even
Hence
bet out here in Vegas. We can bet on stuff. So there's going to be
Wow.
odds.
Wow. No,
We're gonna
Norm.
have
That's not
odds.
what we're doing here,
Oh.
Norm.
Okay.
But that's what the remote viewing is. And
machine.
I thought you said you were going to have somebody come do it. Manny, you had somebody come
Yeah.
remote viewing for us.
That was like last year sometime, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought it was this year you had it. But anyway, we
okay,
can open it to
Kristen.
everybody to remote view, and whatever you pick in your envelope, you get about 30 minutes to figure it out, or 20 minutes.
Well, it's not to figure it out.
Not
it's
figure it out, but
just
just
to
whatever you see.
relax and
Just- yeah,
write
just
down whatever
relax.
you see.
And then
Whatever
you
comes
just say,
to you.
okay, this is what it is, and he gets close. That's it.
All right. Well, since Dre said he has no talent, you're going to pick out the first one.
Well,
And,
I got plenty of things to pick from.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So you're going to be there. You're going to pick it out, and next Sunday we're going to
Okay.
figure this out. 20 minutes.
20 minutes
gotta
all you
get
need,
focused.
really. You can do it in 20 minutes. It didn't take her very long to write down the stuff.
I think everything was gone within like 7 minutes.
Now,
Okay.
Deb, I know what you're talking about when you close your eyes, you see red. I've actually seen a couple of other colors. I've seen the green, the blue, a white. I've seen white, just
Yeah.
by laying down, meditating, and closing my
Right.
eyes for a nap. It's just, and then I've also told Green Man, I've seen images that seem to just be really clear, and they're like snapshots, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I might have the power. I
You
I
got
just never
something,
done
all
it.
right. We
How
know-
much time do
we're
we
not
have,
going to
Manny?
deny that.
No.
Manny.
Manny, how much time do we have?
When? Right now?
Yeah.
I mean, time is unlimited.
Okay. So I don't know if Andre shared this with y'all, but I got more scared maybe was it the next day?
Yes.
I think it was the next day.
It was
the
actually
next
day.
morning.
The
Mhm.
next day.
So I always wake up early, and I was sitting on the couch. And this is the morning after he did this crazy stuff to my head.
I didn't do anything.
I make my coffee, I'm relaxing. All of a sudden, I'm watching TV. Our front door opens slowly, like somebody walks in. I look over at the door, and my first instinct on a normal everyday is, please leave, you're not welcome here. Like I've always been told, if a door opens that nobody's coming through or you didn't open, you're supposed to tell them to leave. I didn't do that. I looked, I got up, I went to the door, I checked to see if anybody was outside. Nobody was there. Granted, I had already gone out the back door, to check on the dogs. I'd gone into the garage. I had cleaned up. The door was shut the whole time. And all of a sudden it just opens. Okay. I go over there, check it, close it, lock it. I go back to the couch. I doze off while watching TV. I don't know what the heck what it was, but I saw Andre walk out of the bedroom, come over to me, and kind of like look over me. I did not have the blanket over my head. He was right there next to me. He walks back to the room. He closes the door, comes back out of the room a few minutes later, goes right back to where I'm at, puts his hand on my head and just starts pushing me into the couch. And I cannot for the life of me move. I'm trying to like pick up my arms. I cannot pick up my arms to push him off of me. And it's him pushing me by the forehead into the crack, where the cushions meet.
Right.
My head is in there going further and further. And then all of a sudden,
Damn. Dre's a
gone.
succubus.
All of a sudden, he's gone. And I start seeing bubbles. Bubbles just start coming into view. And then there's a kid. There's two kids sitting on the table, and they have towels, like if they had just come out of the bathtub or the pool or something, and they have the little towel wrapped around them. It's over their heads. Can't see a face. It's just black. And they're just sitting there, and I just see bubbles popping in front of me, and it gets clearer. I can see the kids, and then everything is gone.
Hold on. So,
I
Dre,
wake
what
up.
are you putting in her food?
Okay,
Dude,
so-
you ordered coffee.
I've
But that's
changed
not even
my
it.
mind. I'm not going to be here next Sunday.
I wake up,
Oh boy.
which I thought I was awake the whole
If I wake up
time.
in the middle of the night, find Dre hovering over me, I'm out.
Done deal.
He comes in from outside.
I wasn't even in the room. I wasn't even in the living room.
He wasn't even in the bedroom. He was outside cutting the grass. He comes in all sweaty, and I'm mad. Why would you freaking push my head into the couch? Like, it hurt.
God.
And he's looking at me. He's like, I was outside. I'm like, no, you weren't.
Oh boy.
Arguing with him.
Jeez.
Yeah. And that was the day after he did that crap to me.
That's
So-
a demonic remote viewing.
So the thing
Skinwalkers.
that I picked up on, as she's telling me the story, I'm like, I've been outside. What the hell are you talking about? So she talks about two little kids sitting on the table with towels on them. So there I am. I mean, I kind of like, I just snapped real quick. Okay, it wasn't even a heartbeat when she tells me the story. I get on my phone, I pull it out. I was like, I'm looking for kids with towels on their heads, like in war zones. Pictures of.
He's thinking maybe
I'm
something
thinking
was
she
coming.
saw something. The two kids are sitting there on the table with towels on their head. She said they look tired. They look like they're just all wet. So I'm trying to Google pictures of kids in a war zone. Pictures of kids tired with towels. Pictures of kids. Fucking Google probably thinking he's fucking pedophile. So I'm trying to like picture. I'm trying to Google stuff to try to catch up to what she's thinking
Yes,
because
damn
I
it.
already knew. She's telling me the story, and I know I'm outside, and all this shit's happening. I'm not here. I need to catch up to where she's at. That's what I'm thinking, right? So I'm Googling, and nothing comes up. I'm thinking Ukraine. I'm thinking Russia. I'm thinking Japan, and she couldn't tell me it was like was it a American kid? Was it a Russian kid? Was it
the black? Everything was blacked out underneath the.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm instantly. It is funny because I was already. When she started telling the story, my mind was already going to the next. Okay, I'm researching right now.
He was looking for kids.
I'm looking for
Like,
pictures of kids
Okay, maybe
in
the
distress.
kids are trying to, like, they need help. I can tell them
Yeah.
where they're at. Like, I'm like, okay, whatever you opened,
Can I say
close it.
it was an accident?
It was an accident. I did it on purpose. I knew she has powers. She does have powers.
Mm-hmm.
It's just she doesn't know how to use them.
Yeah. So listen, Mile High UFOs had a question. Hopefully he's still around about what we're doing next week. So we're gonna do a group remote viewing.
Yes.
Dre's gonna pick out the target, and we're each gonna have an opportunity over 20 minutes to figure out what that item is, and we'll see who's got superpowers, who gets a cape, and a nice tight utility belt to wear on Sunday.
The first 5 minutes, I'll give you a little bit of instruction.
Maybe
and
even
then
a
we'll
white
go from there.
straight jacket.
Yeah, white shirt jacket. Yeah, because the
That's
next
what
day
I
we're gonna
need.
be seeing shit. So,
Well, they're gonna come into your house.
It was
Totally
really
different.
scary. And why
Now,
I
what
didn't
is-
say please leave, I have no idea.
what would it be the I don't know the chances that next Monday we all see the same two kids in our house?
Is it
gonna be
Oh
crazy.
shit! Wow.
At least I'll know I'm not crazy.
Sanity would be the cost.
Yes.
Yeah, big time. Either that or you guys did that to us.
We're all drinking the same Kool-Aid. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah. So
No, but it's
Mile
interesting
High-
because they say a lot of people have it, they just don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Or they
You got-
ignore it. They push
You
it
got to
away.
put it to work.
Yes,
Yeah, put it to
basically that's what they say. The best remote viewers in the world say everybody has it. You have to, like anything else, like dribbling a basketball, you have to practice with it. The more you practice with it, the better you get at it.
Boom.
I
Hey,
love it.
this has come full circle. Maybe this is what the aliens are here for us for.
To play
Well,
basketball.
To open
Actually,
up
that's
our
what-
minds.
That's
Open up our
why.
minds.
That's why the ASAP program lost their money,
Oh.
the $22 million, because
Oops, my
the
bad.
Skinwalker Ranch, the SRI program,
It's a good thing
and
Manny
many
doesn't
other
have
things
any
that
money
they
for
were
this.
giving money to try to figure out if the human body could do things like that. And I think that's why we lost that money. I guess if they just would have said, okay, here's your little UFO information, we probably would have kept that money going for the ASAP, not the ATIP, but for the ASAP.
So will this be a full meditation or just completely just try to
You
relax?
got to meditate before you start.
A little bit of
Meditate before you
relaxation.
start.
Yeah.
But
'cause
can we get full instructions?
that was a nice
Yes.
trick you did, Dre. That was really nice. How you
Wait a minute.
all
So
relax
are we going to
and-
meditate live? Is that what you're saying?
No, you got to actually, you're going to have to meditate before you start.
All right. So how do we do that?
Once you
Walk
start,
us through
start the
meditating.
program,
Just
though,
breathe.
I mean,
Just breathe. Clear your mind.
I mean, I
That's
breathe
it.
every day and I never meditate.
Well, do you think about stuff while you breathe?
it'll work itself out.
Sometimes good stuff, sometimes bad stuff.
Well, the thing is, don't think about anything.
Why don't you share that podcast with them?
You know what?
just
I
go.
will send a podcast. I'll share a link to a podcast that shows you how to remote view in the Discord channel.
Okay.
So
There we
again,
go.
you have to come to Manny's Discord channel.
It's in the description.
It's in the
Yes.
description.
So if you want to join it and get a head start on that link, do some meditating. Fantastic. Get ready. Mind freak. That's all I think about. is mind freak.
Hey, don't call her a freak.
It's scary.
Don't call her a freak.
I'm just forewarning y'all. It scared me.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I feel something's gonna be just off the hinges next Sunday. So I'll have some alcohol.
Have
before
you
we
been
start.
drinking again, Manny?
No, I haven't. Actually, I own a liquor store and I have no alcohol at home.
Now, is
So
that
there
is
you
that
go.
a thing? Is alcohol going to keep us desensitized?
It will hinder you, actually.
It will hinder you.
Really?
It will hinder you.
Okay.
Damn it.
Keep that in mind, guys.
Well,
You just
there
got to be
you go.
relaxed. That's all. The only thing is you got to just breathe and be relaxed. That's it. That's the biggest things. And clear your mind. Three things: breathe, relax, and clear your mind.
Okay. That's what we're going to do. So next week, you guys be ready. It will be at 10 p.m. Central because I have another podcast before this on Sunday. So please get ready to remote view. I think it's great. I think anyone can join, right?
Yes, anybody. Everybody can.
Yeah. So if you guys are in the live chat, you can join in and guess.
Maha, you better be there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, mahalo. Sorry, son, that's like what you said.
Where's Game
Anyway.
Vet? Game Vet, get on.
Game Vet, he might be
still
off. He was on.
The chat.
Yeah,
He's in the chat.
he's on there somewhere.
One
there
thing
you
real
go.
quick about Game Vet. I think Game Vet's catching a lot of the stealth technology that we have now because he's getting really great video and he's getting it constantly. I mean, you can't deny that. Why would he be getting all that stuff on a daily basis? You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to say that, you look at the sky, you might see something, but he's seeing something really good on a regular basis, guys. Come on. Am
where he's at.
I just thinking that, or
Yeah. Well, no, you just sent it to us.
no? I'm just saying, is that am I thinking out of context? No,
I think
or
so.
do you agree?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Damn it. It sounded good.
It did. But you might be in that thing where Davina's gonna push you through the crack. Anyway, so hey, this is the podcast. I thank you guys for listening. And look, Dre, you made it on. Now you gave us something to do next Sunday. So fantastic. You guys show up next Sunday. We're gonna guess what Dre picks because we're gonna remote view as a team.
Yes.
So guys,
it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. Everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Sorry, guys, we were late. I'm glad to be on. I just want to let y'all talk about the Weaponized podcast. It was really good. Like I said, follow the money. You're gonna find out where things lead to.
Yep, absolutely.
George Knapp's the man.
Yep.
All right, ciao, fellas.
Ciao, guys.
And Davina, the great, the super mind. Ciao.
Super down.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back. 'Cause I ain't got time for that. I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You're mad at me for not giving you comfort. You say that I'm away so much and now you don't feel the way you felt when we were younger. But that's okay for me, 'cause